Hi guys, I'm Galaxy John 11. Exams at school just started, so I'm trying to get a quick video out real quick. Now, on my BFDIA Final 3 analysis, I realized a lot of people weren't a fan of how I bashed Coiny on that video. Like, people were coming at me. Here I am today to explain why I hate Coiny and why he's not this slam dunk perfect character in my honest opinion. Let's start in Season 1. I just think he's annoying. Him and Fiery aren't even entertaining, it's just very aggravating. I think the problem here is that I also just don't really like Fiery. In Season 1 at least, he did not deserve to win. Now, BFDIA, you know what? I think we'll save BFDIA for last, because I think BFDIA is easily his worst season. So I'm going to skip to IDFB for now. IDFB is actually okay for him. I don't mind him at all in this season, but considering the IDFB only has one episode, that can't save him. Moving on to BFB, he's roped into the whole losers fiasco, which doesn't help his case already. This season honestly highlights a big problem Coiny has. He's too glued to one character that it feels like his only meaningful dynamic is with them. Of course I'm talking about Pin. Coiny is basically just relegated to being Pin's therapist throughout the whole show after BFDIA. The BFB6 scene is an example of this. I'll talk more about this once we get to BFDIA section. For most of BFB, he really just blends in with most of the cast, so he doesn't really do anything too terrible. Teapot. What is there to say? He's boring. He's just glued to Pin the whole time. Again. And any interactions he has outside of her have almost no substantial impact to anything or in small doses. People are saying Coiny would make an amazing rejoiner, but I just gotta ask, what is he going to do? To my information, people only want him back because he was quote-unquote robbed. But he's just so boring in Teapot. But I guess since Pin is gone, you can expand on his character more, but I personally don't care by this point. I just want him off my screen. Now for BFDIA. Oh gosh, this is the big one. To start, this is where he forms his dynamic with Pin in the first place. It's not really a big problem at first, but it becomes a problem really quick. The only interactions he has outside of her are getting people to switch to his team. Gosh, that stutter was terrible. I actually like what they had going on from BFDIA 6 through 14, where Pin is stripped of literally everything she has, and Coiny has to help her regain her identity. It's really sweet and shows how close they've really become. Sadly, this dynamic becomes toxic after BFDIA 15. After Ruby and Ice Cube are eliminated, they continue to hold resentment against Free Smart even though Book and Pencil did nothing to them. Keep in mind, Ruby and Ice Cube are the only ones that did anything to Pin, and they were both eliminated already, as I just said. So, they really shouldn't be doing anything with Free Smart at this point, and it's just very stupid. The fact Pin holds a grudge against Book for a swing is so dumb, and Coiny backs her up on every given occasion, so I assume this applies to him as well. I'll skip to BFDIA 18 for now. When Wobunch breaks up and the teams merge, he and Pin split off and agree may the best one win. This is a problem because in every future episode, whenever he brings up Wobunch, he is contradicting his own statement. Not to mention, it's just very annoying. Even after the disbandment token makes them unable to work together, he still won't have any genuine conversation with anyone else except for Pin. Leave her alone, you piece of shit. For that infamous BFDIA 18 betrayal scene, he did seem genuinely upset that Pin did this to him. This is good. This is a nice change to a dynamic that's been mostly hearted and fun up to this point. Maybe they can have some conflict. Oh wait, no. Coiny is completely okay with this. Bad. This is bad writing at its finest. Also, can I just say how much of a hypocrite he is? He gets on Tennis Ball's ass for collecting rocks in BFDIA 19, but I bet you if Penn did that, he wouldn't be upset. Then the BFDIA 20 betrayal is so forced, it's just, don't even get me started on that rush test resolution in BFDIA 21. BFDIA 21 is just a really bad episode the whole way through. My god, it's the only F tier episode of the season. And that's about it. BFDIA 22 is just more of the same Coiny, and luckily gets eliminated in BFDIA 23. Overall, the biggest problem Coiny has is that he just doesn't branch out with others enough. BFDI and IDFB don't have those problems, which is why I think those are his best seasons. He is also very, very boring and annoying, and I don't get how anyone can like him. Anyway, that's the video. Sorry if it was more negative than usual. I just had to get some thoughts on this terrible excuse of a character out of the way. I want to make it clear that this video isn't meant to persuade anyone against Coiny. If you feel like I don't want to make it seem like you can't like this character. If you do, absolutely go for it. I'm glad you can find enjoyment in a character that I personally don't. You are completely valid in your opinion, and I don't want to make it seem like you're not. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Bye.